Hi guys. Okay, so I'm going to do another walkthrough today. Just making sure I've got everything set up as I slowly add in these things. Over the last couple months I've done a lot of research on trying to find a more stable Skyrim. And getting those things working and balanced has been the biggest issue, as I imagine it is with, with everybody who actually mods Skyrim. So, anyway, today I will be running all the way up to Windhelm, and kind of testing it as I go, trying to push the system a little bit. The things that I have added in on this run-through that are different from before. I added in better-looking fences, which I saw any example of. The better message box controls and better dialogue controls. Come on. Oh boy. Assis, obviously, as there are freaking dozens of wolves. That's the biggest place to love Assis, is the fact that it adds so many wolves sometimes. They actually can become quite dangerous if they gang up on you. Fun. I like that. Elemental staffs, which changes how some of the basic staffs look, and I believe also function, which is nice. And ELFX. So the lighting should be much better, and I love the color saturation much more than the last episode. So that's good. And my goal on each of these is to add in one major mod that I want to be using, as well as two other mods that can be major or minor or medium or whatever. And then 3 mods that do not take up ESPs. This would be textures or things like that that are a little bit easier. They're not going to contain scripts, so they're easier to deal with. Crap, am I on easy? I want to be on anything. Nope, I'm not. About that. Right now, I don't care what my difficulty is. I just want it to work. There we go. Get rid of your potions. There we go. Okay. And a hunting bow. Very nice. What are you doing here? Eastern Iron Tanto. Switch on something heavier. Oh, crikey. Startled me. Amulet of Dibella. One's still at the top of the tower. So the big ones that I've added in so far, and have working, it appears, together, aside from what I consider the base, are the Legacy of the Dragonborn and Purity, Vividian and Vivid Weathers, really Vivid Weathers, Vividian's my ENB, and JK's. So, the biggest one, the hardest one to get working properly with everything, to be completely honest, is Legacy of the Dragon. It's just so all-encompassing, but it's one of my absolute favorite mods that I really want to kind of have be central to this playthrough. So I'm hoping that I can get that working entirely. This time, the big one is ELFX, lighting one. Okay, let's go see Shorestone. I think these are vanilla textures. These buildings look my eye now. What I think I'm going to try to do with the cities, I haven't decided completely yet, but I think I'm going to try and put JK's light on and combine that with the Dawn of Skyrim series, probably the Legendary Edition or whatever it is. Rude axe. Wait, Fox. I use a lot of cities, aside from those. I try to add legendary cities. I've had some problems with that crashing in the past. I'm hoping that once I get it on here, I believe I found the thing that will correct it. Who knows? But I want to have legendary cities combined with JK's Light and the legendary Dawn of Skyrim cities. And then I do have a couple of extra individual cities that I add in. Hello, Rain. Go. Shadows look the rain. Okay. That's funny. I don't actually know what added those, because what I added I thought I added a different ones. Those are fine, I suppose, but it was not what I was expecting. And then on top of that, do a couple of the individual expanded towns and cities. that JKs in Dawn of Skyrim do not cover, such as Kynes Grove, Karth Waste, and Stone Hills, and such that. I'm hoping that the end result will be that the landscape of Skyrim will look different. There will be cities that a lot of people are not accustomed to seeing cities. And there will be the cities that you go to will be unique and different, and in different combinations. So if somebody's accustomed to using JKs, this one will be different. It's JKs Light with Dawn of Skyrim and expanded towns and cities on top of it. The combination will make it unique. That's kind of the, aside from immersion and variability, the biggest things that I'm wanting are immersion, variability, and uniqueness. So lots of different spells, lots of different enchantments, lots of different weapons, lots of different armors that give you lots of variation. Immersion, so you gotta eat, it gets cold, stuff like that. And then uniqueness with the cities, the way I stack Laurel mods and the plant mods and tree mods, combine them in unique ways with the grass mods and such, and then using like unique borders. There you go, wolves. Unique borders and old border banners. Skyrim bridges, things like that, just to make the landscape different from what a lot of people are accustomed to. So, and then of course fun playability. So my goal is Quercus Maximus. That's the one I'd really like to use. Let me know in the comments below what people think. The biggest, easiest ones I can go for, obviously, are Ordinator, Quercus Maximus, Skyrim, and then there's the role-playing one. I forget what it's called, because I don't do it.
One has something sweet for the traveler.
So that's not one that I've touched at all. So we'll see. But I am trying to find out which ones work the best with, lots and lots of mods and variables, and with the sky proccers that are available and things like that. I do also want to try and see if I can get True Storms working with this. I love Vivid Weathers, it adds a ton, and it works super well with Vividian. However, sounds of True Weathers and the extras that it adds as well are phenomenal. Like, this sounds like rain, sounds like real rain, it sounds like rain, that I would record off the back balcony of my house. It doesn't really sound like rain out in the woods. So I want something that's a little bit more visceral. True Storms is just absolutely stellar for that. I think on the next run through I'll add a couple of animations. Change how she jumps and Yep, runs with the bow and holds a 2. Those things change. Totally missed there. No point in actually dying in doing this. I love the fact that Legacy of the Dragonborn adds in so many mods with it. It's absolutely brilliant. Things like the book covers of Skyrim. That's the other thing, of course, is, you know, I do want Skyrim to look pretty. And so there are a lot of texture mods that I want to use and utilize and combine. And the biggest thing, of course, that I run into, I believe, is that memory limit. It's just such a monstrous frustration. I'm hoping, with my fingers crossed, in a few weeks when the special edition comes out of Skyrim, that they will be able to get something similar to SKSE working with it. A lot of damn wolves. And with that, be able to get past that 32-bit memory limit, because the idea, of course, as I've read, is that the new edition is 64-bit. And that's where that... Seriously? What is it with the animals that want to run right in front of these triple? They programmed every single animal in this place to be a house cat. But if that's the case, that'll help a lot to get past that memory. I use Skyrim Mod Combiner to layer a lot of the textures and combine them in ways to get really interesting looks. That's what I'm going for. So, we'll see. And this build looks like it's totally good. I gotta go look up what the fences is. I think I'm okay with these, though. These are pretty sweet. As long as I don't lose... No. These are where rock walls used to be. I like the rock walls. Really? Alright. I'm gonna have to check out the fences. We obviously messed that up. And then I will be back probably tomorrow to check out the next section where I will add 6 more mods and run from Windhelm to Winterhold. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Join me soon for my Skyrim and Scotch Let's Play, where I will sit down and have a drink with my character as we explore this world once I've finally finished building it. Anyways, thanks for watching.